It is the 7th of December. We had a slow start to the morning. We've done our food shop, I put it all away. I didn't really do well with the food shop this week, if I'm honest. I was more interested in the forest gatto type dessert that Lidl had. So I am sorted with that. A little bit iffy situation with the food, but never mind. I have just spent, oh my gosh, hour and a half editing footage because, as you know, I am a chatterbox. I am a chatty Cathy, and that needed editing down, so that's done. First one has gone up. Thank you so much, anyone who watched, anyone who commented, anyone who liked, whatever, any of that. Thank you for being here with me. Means so much to me. I've edited the second one, which is days 1, 2 and 3. If you are here for a relaxing time, as I have said, this is not the place for it. And if you want small quippy videos, also not the place, I'm afraid. Yeah, so I've got another video ready to go up, and I've got enough footage to do the third, but I need to have this video go up into YouTube so I can delete the footage, because that amount of footage my computer cannot take. I can only do one video's worth at a time. Okay. Oh, last night, let's go over. I'm using my hot water bottle cover on my hot water bottle because it's blooming freezing. Oh, it's so cold. Like really frigid. And that's Jason's side with the desk, and it's way colder than my side because he's got a single glazed window there. It's so cold. I have frittered away my free time, to be honest, but I wanted to get those video editing up. So last night, it was so dark I couldn't have recorded, but I have done one crown. Let me show you. So this one I didn't have quite enough fabric, so I've seamed a little bit, but it's on the back, you wouldn't notice. So, yeah, I'm so happy with my crown. Sorry, excuse the messy hair. And there's a bow on the back. Is that in the screen? Kind of in the screen. So that is a successful make. It's funny, when I was holding it up to my head, the paper template, obviously it's much bigger because you've got the seam allowance. So I was a little bit surprised when it ended up smaller, which I knew it was going to be smaller. I don't know why I put it on and thought, oh, it's small. But anyway, that's nice. Jason was not impressed with his fabric choice, I'm afraid. He said I got the best one, which I kind of did, but he said these are his colours, which also is true. These pinks and plums. Oh, postman. And I got to do my napkins. Last night I finished doing the tablecloth, which I will have shown you already. And I did mitered corners, and there's the seam. Funny light today. Anyway, so there's a big seam along it, but it's on one side. And then I did also the runner. That's it folded in half. Also with mitered corners. Those are ready to go. So, got my tablecloth. Tick. I got my runner. Tick. Tickety tick. The hats I'm going to whiz up now, and the fray check, which is, I used that. Doesn't show too badly, I didn't think. I thought it was quite nice. It just secures the edges from fraying. Anyway, prim fray check is quite good. You can barely see it on those, but it just means that they won't fray. I'm really happy with that. I think wear it a bit jaunty. that's the ticket. So I'm just going to cut my ribbon and get those sewn up so the crowns will be done. And if I could do the napkins today, that would be just, that would be fantastic. I do have a toilet roll tube, so I'm just going to make those napkins and kind of roll it around and just see that we've got the right proportion. I might adjust the size of the napkin based on it, on the tube of toilet roll. So that's good. And then I kind of feel like I've got enough. Oh, I feel I've got enough then of the kind of home-based little bits and pieces that I wanted to do. And then I can really concentrate on some sewing for myself. I would really love to do a Bella tea dress in a black based, I thought it was, oh wait, it's here. It's already been pre-washed. Oh my gosh. It's already been pre-washed, it's ready to go. So I want to make one in this with the collar, and I'm currently working on the Susie top to go with it. I need to show you that. I've shown a few clips here and there but haven't spoken about it. I have done a little bit of a hack with the Susie. Although it's a beautiful pattern and it's fine to knit as is, it's a super close neckline, and I know it will not fit my collar of the Bella tea dress under it, and I really wanted to be able to layer, because if I can only wear it as a top and not like as a jumper on top of things, then it really reduces the wearability. And the whole idea of me thinking through what I want to wear for autumn winter, what I want to make, was so that things have something to go with it, and yeah, just so that they're more wearable. I do love to make a cardigan for a specific dress, but I also love to make sure that that cardigan can go with other things. The Susie is actually a pullover or sweater, whatever. Very fine, beautiful little detail on the front, which you then can use some ribbon. Either knit the ribbon or put through, something like this would be very pretty. I've tried to look for velvet ribbon, but I haven't been able to find any that's the right width and the right colour. So I need to find time this week to make this dress. There's just so many things I want to do. The knitting is not a problem. I've got plenty of time for knitting. It's the sewing, because I have to come up here, I have to have a clear space. I'm not very good at clearing up after myself when it's for personal sewing. Anyway, let's make the crowns, because those are quite quicker than I thought. And we'll see if we can get the cracker napkins done as well. Hello, and another day. I think it's number 9. At least that's what advent calendar I opened today. Oh my gosh. Yesterday. Oh. Jason was unwell, so he didn't go to work. He had like a cold. We did COVID tests. They came back negative. But his job is like office phone call, people based. So, you know, coughing on the phone, not so nice for people to listen to, and then in an office environment, not nice to pass bugs about, is it? So he was home, and Lila was not happy. Whew. She napped for 1/2 an hour in the day. 1. Oh my god. But she's fine today. She's been a good girl again. I have found the time only to skein up these 2. Oh, don't they match my nail polish? I did that the other day. These I've skeined up. That's enough to start, and I've got another 2 of each to do. So it's another 4 things to skein. Oh, they take so long, but they are ready to go. Lovely jubbly. And then I've got my advent in this little basket. I have been influenced by all the other podcasters that like baskets. Now, baskets are not particularly fabulous for yarn because they've got like little sharp kind of bits inside. So I would not put a garment in progress, a knitted garment or crocheted garment. Maybe sewing stuff would be okay. But anyway, we saw some baskets a while ago and I didn't get one. And then we were driving and there was this big sign for handmade baskets, and Jason was like, pulled in. He's like, we're getting you a basket. So that was a handmade basket, and it was actually really cheap. It was in this weird kind of shed place. They don't sell online, they just sell it in person. Things that you can find without expecting it. So this is my advent calendar so far from Molly Klein Designs, and it's just beautiful pops of colour. Very outside of my usual kind of range, but that's what I wanted. I wanted kind of a bit of a colour challenge. I wanted to be inspired and kind of see what would go and what pops I can pop into socks. And like these 2, for example, have both got like, they could be both used together. They're very similar. The base of the peachiness goes really beautifully. That one as well has got a similar base. But then popping in something unexpected is quite nice. So anyway, it's been a bit of a challenge for me. Ooh, having something different. And I didn't expect to put them all into one project. I thought that they would be really nice for kids wear. For Lila, I want to make her... Oh, there's a Tutti Frutti one too. Just throughout the year, I might like to make her a few bits and pieces, and maybe I would need some colour pops as well for myself. Oh, and there's a little progress keeper, really cute. Very cute. Anyway, that's just nice and fun to have it contained and looking pretty. I know people like stringing lights around the top and got all like fun things. Mine's just in the basket. So my current thing I'm working on, I do have the sleeves over on the sofa, but this is the Susie top by Subversive Femme, and it's in Dandelion and Dogwood in Rose Quartz. It's a really, really pale, cool pink, and it's really beautiful. I kind of cheated on this project because it's meant to be knit bottom up. So you start here, go up, you knit it in pieces, so the front piece, the back piece, and then each sleeve, and then you would seam it. Now, I want to wear this as a layering piece, which means I need enough room in that neckline. So the original pattern, I have looked closely at the neckline, and firstly, in order to get it over your head, you have to have a placket with some buttons running down the centre back. It's only about that long, but that suggests to me that firstly, there's little to no stretch in the neckline, which I can see on the picture as well, and also it's very close. I would not fit a collar, a little Peter Pan collar underneath it without the collar ending up like ruched and not flat. So I want it to lay beautifully flat, which is why I basically have knit the beauty school top and just plunked in the lace rows, and these lace rows are done in such a way that you've got a small hole in the lace, a long hole, and then a small hole, and those longer ones you can thread ribbon in and out of all those spaces. Now I know when I let go it kind of compresses itself together and you can't really see, but once it's on, and I'll block it as well, it smooths out, and also the ribbon is only on the very middle, so the ribbon will be quite well spaced with a nice pink gap between. So I'm happy with that. And then I emulated the pattern with a 2x2 rib on the bottom, like the Susie, that's what the Susie has. So I incorporated that, and I just did a really, really narrow rib on the neckline just to finish it off. I'm thinking now maybe I should have done 2x2, but I did 1x1. Let's see if that's going to look weird. And I do have the sleeves. One sleeve is to about here so far, and the other sleeve probably about here. And I've made them as per the pattern. Yeah, so they're a boxed, so there's like a pleat here. Now I made the one, I started from here in case I didn't like it. I'd cast on with a provisional cast on, and I knit up to the top, and I kind of pinned it in place to see and held it over my shoulder, and I did like the boxed pleat shoulder. Usually I don't really like a huge shoulder, but I thought it was quite pretty, so I took the plunge. I'm doing it like that. If I were to put it together and I hated it, I can pull it out. It's not a problem. I'm not going to get upset. I would rather have it that I like it. Yeah. So I'm excited to get this finished, and then I just can't find a ribbon. I wanted velvet ribbon. I can't find any in the right shade in person, and I just think buying online is going to be a little bit tricky. It does look nice, doesn't that texture? So I think I'm going to start on my Whitmore, and then if I have any of the 4-ply left, which I think I will, I can knit the ribbon, which is within the pattern. You can buy the ribbon or you can knit it. Obviously the knitted one has a bulkier feel and is probably more vintage appropriate, like it's included in the original pattern, which was a 1940s pattern that's just been resized and slightly reworked. So yeah, I'm excited for this. I've got some fabric that has arrived, which is a blush pink, darker than this, and it's a corduroy, like a needle corduroy. So it's basically a blush velvet. And I thought I could maybe do a straight skirt to go with this, which makes it like a 2-piece, and then I'm going to make the dress to go underneath this, which then makes that quite versatile. And the reason I wanted to make that skirt is I was just thinking, what do I want to wear on my bottom half that I can make or buy? And I thought, let's just make a new skirt, something simple, something that can just be worn every day with just brogues or boots, or I can wear it with heels. I mean, if I don't have any elegant affairs to go to, any parties at all, but you know, if I wanted to go somewhere nice, I could also wear it for that. And it could go with loads of my tops. So blush pink is surprisingly wearable with loads of different things, and I've just finished making a black polo neck, and I know that will go nicely with black tights. Yes, yes. I'm going to go upstairs now. I'll show you the crackers that I've been working on. I hope you like them. I think they've turned out really cute. All right, these are my napkins. I have mitered I've mited the corners, so that's just on an angle there. And then I've top stitched them, which you can see. Yeah, you can see in some places on the other side. You will notice they are a little bit smaller than most napkins, and that is on purpose. That is so I can roll them around a toilet roll tube, tie the two ends with ribbon, cut me ribbon, and then they won't swamp my tiny plates. My plates are vintage ones from the 40s, and they're not as big as a modern plate. Okay, I am not a master bow tire, so I might need to try it out a few times to get them right, but just so you can get like a rough idea, right? I don't have enough for everyone to have this same thick ribbon, so there's enough for me and Jason to have a thick. There's enough for Lila to have the thin, and then there's enough for Nina to have one in the pink. And anyway, that will just help me differentiate whose is whose. I was going to put little tags on. Kind of don't have to if they're all different. So yeah, you'd think it was easier to tie a bow, but not so easy. I need a master bow tire. Anyway, just as a little idea for you to see. So they're really cute. And then the seam, I would just put that on the bottom, and I'll pop that on the plate, and there'll just be like a little something inside. Lila has, what does she have? She has like silicone beads on a string with a clip. You clip it to like the collar, and then you can tie a toy on one side and she won't lose it. And I needed a few of those, so one of those will go in here, one in her stocking. And then I made a really cheeky little order with So Sweet Violet for a few like little things, and I'm gonna put them in my own cracker. And I got a few little things that I can put in for Jason's, or I'll put some money in maybe. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. But either way, they're going to be really nice on the table. And then obviously you just can undo the ribbon, which I cut the ribbon, and then I also fray checked it again. Ta-da. Ta-da. So yeah, and it goes, I think, really well with my little fabric hats, crowns, sorry. I don't think I'm going to roll them up and try and put them in there, which is classically, I don't know if it's globally, but so in the UK you get a paper cracker which has got like some kind of, usually some kind of foil stamping on it to make it like a bit gold or silver around the edges. In the inside it's got like a piece of card that when you pull it, it makes an awful noise. Like a crack. And then there's always a little paper with a fun fact or a joke, a paper hat, and then like a really silly little toy, could be like a mini tape measure, could be one of those little plastic things that golfers put the golf ball on. Don't know why those are in it. It could be like tweezers, nail clippers. Like there's random tiny little things that you can get. and plastic little toys and things. And you can get really fancy crackers, but they're really quite expensive. So, and then you might not like what's inside. So I just thought it would be good to everyone get something that they would really like. Anyway, I'm happy with that. I realised the bow to cracker ratio is a little bit ridiculous, but go big or bow home. Bow big or bow home. I'm really happy with that. So we have now got our tablecloth. We have got our table runner. We've got 4 napkins. We've got 3 crowns, because I'm not trying to put one on my cat. She will not allow that. So that is all ready for Christmas. I've got my candlestick already with the candle in it ready to go. So I'm happy. I think that's all I need for my table. I know people do like a nice centerpiece, but my table is genuinely too small to do like a nice table piece, centerpiece, so I won't do that. I think these are just enough and just cute. And here we got our toilet roll, and they're just big enough, you see, just big enough to cover the shelf, the frontal shelf. I'm really happy with how that's turned out. Attempting to remember that when I do these little patterns, I did the same with the stocking, just to put them in a manila envelope with all the bits inside of the pattern. In this case, it's just the small size and the large size. Got all my seam allowances already marked on there. I need to also be better at making notes, because sometimes if it's a garment, for example, I might alter it after the pattern is done, and I need to know that, so then I should write it somewhere either on the front or the back. But it just means that these won't be floating around my workroom, getting crumpled. As soon as they're done, I need to make that effort. You know, that's so simple. It's just an awful little drawing, but it just means that in future, should I need to make another one, they're there ready to go, and then I can just really easily find them just by the picture. Like some of them I think I've even got like a picture stuck on the front, but most of them I just draw something. Yeah, that one's got a photocopy. Anyway, so that I can use them again. Lovely and clean, empty surface. One of the little strange things I do. I often pattern cut with my mirror there, and I think it's because I don't like being lonely, and I kind of like seeing a little bit of like movement about the place. That's a bit strange, but also good for fitting. I don't have a full-length mirror for fitting up here. I might give that a little rub down. Always. Don't things get so dusty when you do cutting fabrics? That's all just from cutting fabric. Oh, it is not bedtime yet. Back on my corruption, just too cute. I think it's one of my favourite things is just when she falls asleep and she's just so heavy. I've been using this every single day. It's actually gone cold now, so. Oh my gosh, look at that. I'm not gonna wake her up. I'm gonna be selfish. I will reap the rewards now and pay the price later.